like,
yeah,
why go home?
Why.
If you have a home,
yep.
Why go home? You're just going to turn around and come back if you can make it back.
You're spending that money on gas and tolls and time.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. I understand. You know, I understand that I've been there numerous times. You can shut the door. I ain't into no weird shit or nothing like that, just so you know. How's your day going?
All right.
So, what's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor, where you from, Taylor?
Langhorne, Bucks County.
And how old are you?
32.
And kids or anything?
2.
Alright. How's your relationship with them?
Well, right now it's kind of, well, I don't have a relationship right now.
Strained because of the drugs?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't had contact with them. I guess I kind of thought, like, in a way that they were like I was like, I guess I just thought like
sort of stay away.
Like, yeah, like they were better off.
Yeah.
Without me, like, around, you know what I mean?
So, let me tell you, I'm an addict also. I'm in recovery, so I understand, you know what I mean? Like, I was a full-blown addict out here in the streets, you know, so I know exactly, you know, what it's like. A lot of people, I think, when we try to explain our situations to people that don't understand addiction firsthand, they seem like it's so far off. Like, were you trying to explain, you know, that you felt it was better to take yourself out of the situation? I understand that 100%.
I just never thought that it would be like this long. You know what I mean? Like I thought that like I was gonna get it together. Like, it's always like tomorrow.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like, here I am, like, a year and a half, 2 years later.
Yeah, a whole bunch
and
of
I'm
time.
like, and I was just sitting back actually the other day, and I was like, I can't believe I haven't seen my kids in this long. Or
How
like,
long? When was the last time you seen them?
Last time I seen them was February of, I think, 2021. And the last time I spoke to them, which was on a video call back in September, for a little bit, for like maybe 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. And one time, because I was clean for about 3 weeks in September because I was in the hospital with some stuff, and my brother pretty much like came down and like got me in the car because I was like, hi.
Yeah,
and,
just like one of those
they
things,
302'd
it's time
me.
to go. Yeah.
And then I ran like I wasn't ready to get clean, so like 3-4 weeks later I ran off.
Back at it.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Like, I see it bothers you a little bit when you're like, I can't believe it's been this long since I've seen my kids. How does that make you feel, you know, like when you think about that, or when you see kids walking down the street or something, and, you know, something that reminds you of your children?
Well, it's upsetting, you know?
Yeah.
So I try not to think about it.
Yep.
Yeah. But, like, the more I put it off, it just...
Yeah, I definitely, you know, I've been there in those situations, you know, I know what it's like. How old are they?
They're 7 and 9.
And, what was your childhood like growing up? Did you grow up in a 2-parent home, 1-parent home?
Well, my parents divorced when I was like 9 or 10. I mean, I had a good upbringing. Just more like really the only thing that like went on was like my parents' divorce was like kind of ugly for a while.
Yeah.
I didn't really see my dad that much, but that's about. I mean, besides that, I had a good upbringing.
Yeah,
you know, like my
child.
immediate family, they don't use drugs.
Yeah.
You know, like my cousins, like far next second cousins, something like that, they are addicts. I'm not sure who's clean or alcoholics. I mean, but like that's like my immediate family. They don't, like they don't have issues. I don't know.
Did you graduate from high school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you do anything after high school as far as like going to college or anything like that?
No, because like in my senior year of high school, my best friend had committed suicide. I wasn't sure if he committed suicide or if he overdosed. So I like didn't take it very well, and that's kind of when I went off the deep end.
Okay.
So I ended up getting in trouble, going to jail, and it's just like I didn't really get the chance to. I shouldn't say I didn't get the chance, but it's like I don't know. I just everything was backwards. Like I went upstate young. And,
what did you go to prison for?
For burglary. And it was more like I wasn't using like drugs and like really hard drugs. Like I think I was just hanging out with the wrong people, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's like when you go up, when I was in jail, it put me around people that are doing the wrong thing. And like if you're in jail for a while, you're not gonna just sit there and not talk. You're gonna make friends, and that's really where my addiction kind of took off.
Yeah. How long did you spend in prison?
I think like 18 months.
How was that for you?
I don't know. Like I was young, so I didn't have kids then, so it's kind of like of course I wasn't happy about it, but I mean like it wasn't like this horrible experience, you know. I think
How old were you when you went in?
19.
Okay. And
came out at 21.
Went to Muncie?
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's where you think your habit sort of went to the next level, or?
Well, not even then. I came home, and then I got pregnant within like 6 months, and then I think I kind of went through like a postpartum type thing. Like it was a lot. Like my kids are 19 months apart, and it was really they were both in diapers like at the same time. Like so, like
that's a lot.
Yeah, like
Kids are a pain in the ass.
I didn't handle parenting well. Like, I still struggle with it. It's stressful for anybody, but like I think it's a little bit extra for people that have like depression and anxiety,
have mental health or addiction. I agree with you 100%. Kids are they're like the best thing in the world, and they can drive you nuts. They're like a pain in the ass too.
I'm either having so much fun with them, or I feel like my head's gonna pop off.
Yeah, I agree. Me and my wife have 7 kids. Both of us are in recovery, and it's chaos. You know what I mean? I love them. Wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. But it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and they also have like behavioral issues. Yeah. Stem from. I have mental health and addiction, and my husband is mental health and addiction, but he passed away like 5 years ago from this. Wow. So like they got issues, like they're in therapy and stuff like that. So it's like that's also my biggest fear is like one could be an addict. Like I dread that. Like as if there's anything I can do about it. Yeah. But
so how did how did he pass away, your children's father?
From an overdose.
Okay.
Back in 2016.
All right. And how old were the kids at that time?
My oldest was 4, my youngest was 2. So my youngest doesn't remember. Yeah. But like she acts like she does, I think, because of the older
Just to want to know.
Just to want to, Yep. And then the oldest, I think she remembers, but like she remembers like as she's getting older, she's forgetting.
Listen, so I could have finished your sentence.
She won't say that though.
Nope, they feel guilty. So my mother was killed in a car accident when I was 22. My brother was like 5 or 6 at the time. He struggles with that. He doesn't remember what my mother's voice sounds like. He doesn't have a lot of memories with her, and he feels guilty because he's like, damn, how am I forgetting my mom? You know, and I told him, I was like, look, it's just a natural thing. It's a natural thing. You were young, you were a child. I think a lot of people struggle with that, and they fight themselves and find guilt because of dealing with that, you know. I'm sorry to hear that. How long have you been here in Kensington?
Well, since being home, like I shouldn't even say home, but the hospital, and then like home for 2 weeks. That right now I've been down here since like the beginning of September.
Okay.
And then before that, it was like, so it's been like almost a year, and then before that it was like 8 months.
Have you had any bad experiences out here?
Yeah. Yeah. Like this has probably been my like worst relapse. And it's just like, you know, like they say, like it can't get, like it gets worse and worse.
Yep.
And I really thought like it couldn't get any worse. Like, and then, like I had already been through it all, but like, no.
Unfortunately, it does.
Yeah. And it's scary, like, and especially right now, because there's like just a lot of girls are like popping up like dead. So it's like, it's really scary, and you think it's not going to happen to you, but like,
in reality, we know that like there's nothing we can really do to stop us from that when we're, you know, living this life.
And I really like, it's almost like you scare yourself because you're like, you know, like the right thing to do. And I know the last 2 months I've been really wanting to try to get clean again. And then, but I know another thing, like I know I can't just, it's not good to be in and out of my kids' lives. It's really bad. And then on top of it, like I'm scared to get clean and then come back to this shit. So it's almost like you get comfortable with this. With this chaos. But I know I don't want to live like this. But
I always think like how comfortable that I got living like this. Before using, I was, you know, I used to get money, and then my mom was killed, and I didn't know how to handle it, and started taking perks, and next thing I know, I was doing dope, you know. It happens quick, especially now. I thank God I got clean before this shit out here now, because who knows if I would have ever got clean. This is dangerous now.
It's not even dope. So, you know,
exactly.
You know, you get sick so quick after just doing it that it's like, that's why people are like, why you get stuck down here? It's like, why go home? Why. If you have a home, why go home? You're just going to turn around and come back if you can make it back.
You're spending that money on gas and tolls and time. I see it. I understand. You know, I understand that I've been there numerous times. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Well, I thank you for taking the time to speak with me. I hope that, you know, you find your way if you choose to get clean, and that's what you want to do. I hope that you do that and you know, get back to your children's lives. They're still young. Children are, you know, like so strong and resilient and able to bounce back. You know, and forgive us for that time that we spend out, you know. And it's not easy. You know, it's never easy, but it's always fucking worth it. Oh my God, it is. You know, it's
I could kick myself in the ass, because I had like a year and a half clean. I didn't say that before my relapse. I had a year and a half, almost 2 years. Now I wasn't working a program, I'll be honest. But I like, it's just like the longer you have clean, when you go to relapse, it seems like it's the harder it is to come back. You're embarrassed. You're just
there's all that shame and guilt and everything else that I
didn't see it coming. So
I know. Well, I thank you very much, and I hope, you know, that things go the way you choose to make them go, and you know, I hope the best for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.